Hey there guys, Raze here from tabletopminis.com and welcome to another Age of Sigmar battle report. So we've been working pretty hard over the last week or so building up our Dreadfort pieces, and it's all complete, and painting them up, and we're going to be playing today the first scenario from the Chaos Dreadhold book. So we've got the Battletome here. We've not done any of these yet, so it should be quite interesting. They're very specific to using the Dreadhold scenery. So there's 4 battle plans in here, the first of which is called Raze to the Ground, which is going to be a scenario basically where one side is defending Overlord Bastion or Skull Keep. I think we're going to use Overlord Bastion in this case, and yeah, it should be really interesting. The idea is the attacker has got to either destroy or capture the building, so it should be a lot of fun. So let's show you the armies. Another little note, we're playing actually in our kitchen today, not through our usual gaming hole, because yeah, it's getting that time of year, it's a bit cold through there, so we're just trying it out here, and it'd be good to get some feedback from you, whether you think that, you know, maybe the lighting, we've had some, you know, we've had to shuffle some lighting around to try and get some decent lights on the table in here, but hopefully it's going to be fine, and hope you enjoy the battle report. So let's show you the armies. Okay, so here we've got the Chaos Khorne Bloodbound army, and our general is going to be an Exalted Deathbringer, so he's new to our Chaos army. And accompanying him we have a Bloodsecrator, and we've also got a Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage, and then we have a unit of 20 Blood Reavers with full command, and finally we've got a unit of 5 Blood Warriors with a champion. And that is our Chaos Khorne army. So here we have the Stormcast Eternal army, and they are led by Vandus Hammerhand on Dracoth. And then we have the Celestant Prime here in all his glory. And over here we've got the Lord Relictor. And then we have a unit here of 3 Prosecutors with Prosecutor Prime, and a unit of 3 Retributors with Retributor Prime, and here we've got 2 units of Liberators. Each unit's got a Liberator Prime with it, and at the back there we've got 5 Judicators, one of which has the Shock Bolt Bow. And that is the Stormcast Eternal army, which is going to be assailing the Chaos Dreadhold. So here we've got the table set up, and in the middle of the table we have the Skull Keep and the Overlord Bastion, and surrounding the Dreadhold we've got a few other pieces of scenery, forests and ruins, which we're going to roll up on the mystical scenery table, and then we're going to get into deployment. So for this scenario, the Castellan, which is the Chaos Khorne, sets up first, and I'll deploy all my troops and units either within 6 inches of the buildings, or they can be garrisoned within the buildings. And then the attacker, which is the Hammer of Sigmar, they'll set up afterwards. So we'll just get into deployment, finish deployment, and then we'll come back. So we've set up the Chaos Khorne here, the Castellan, and the Bloodthirster off to the side of the Skull Keep and Overlord Bastion. And the Bloodsecrator, he's just perching on this balcony here on the Skull Keep. And then on top of Skull Keep we've got 5 Blood Warriors. So that's the Bloodsecrator, and the Blood Warriors are occupying the Skull Keep battlements. And then here on the Overlord Bastion we've got the Exalted Deathbringer, who's at the top of the stairs, and behind him we've got the unit of 20 Blood Reavers with command. So they're sitting on the battlements. And we've also got some more Blood Reavers at the top of the Overlord Bastion. And finally the Bloodthirster, who's just outside the keep. And that's deployment for the Chaos. So we've got the Hammer of Sigmar set up here, and they're sieging the Dreadhold. We've got from left to right, we've got the unit of Prosecutors, and we've got Liberators, and the Lord Relictor. Behind them we've got the row of Judicators, providing some shooting here, and then some Liberators off to the right, and the General Vandus Hammerhand. And then at the back we have the 3 Retributors with Retributor Prime, and that's Stormcast set up. So it's the Castellan to decide who starts first, and I think I will start first. So it's Chaos to go turn 1. So start the hero phase, and the Exalted Deathbringer is going to cast Inspiring Presence on the Blood Reavers, and then the Blood Secretor is going to put down his Portal of Skulls. And next we're going to see what the buildings can do. So we need to roll and consult the table in the book here, in the Dreadhold book. So we 1 dice, and let's see what happens with the Dread Gargoyles. So for Skullkeep is 6, which means that I can pick any result. I'm blessed. So I think what I'll do is I'll pick the Ruby Raze of Death, which means I can pick 1 enemy unit within 18 inches of Skullkeep, and which is visible from one of the gargoyles on the corners. And the unit you pick suffers a d6 mortal wounds. So I think I will pick within 18 inches. Let's have a look. Skullkeep. Yep, these units are within 18 inches. So I will pick the unit of Liberators here. So that's a d6 mortal wounds. So let's see what we get. 4 mortal wounds, which means 2 of the Liberators are actually removed.
Nasty.
Not bad, not bad. So next we will roll for the Overlord Bastion. The only reason that we can do that is because we have a priest garrisoning the Skullkeep, which is the Blood Secretor. For the Overlord Bastion, we have a 3, which is Torrent of Blood. Any unit, friend or foe, that ends its movement phase outside of the tower but within 3 inches of it suffers a d3 mortal wounds. So that's quite good. I think this is blood spilling out of the Overlord Bastion. So now we're into the movement, and my Bloodthirster, he's got movement of 10 inches because he's unwounded. I'm going to move him up to within 3 inches of these primes over here. Actually, I'll move him just over here. Retributors, sorry. Yeah. And the rest of my troops, I think I'm just going to keep them in the building. So that's movement over. So there's no shooting to be done. I don't have anybody who can shoot. So we are straight into the charge phase. So my Bloodthirster here is going to charge the unit of 3 Retributors. So we need 3 inches here, which we make on 6. So I'll just move him in over here. Try and stay far away from Vandus as I can. So now we are into the combat phase, and my Bloodthirster here, because he's within 18 inches of the Portal of Skulls, he gets an extra attack, and he has a rule Rage Unbound. So any 1s here to hit, he can reroll. That's 5 attacks hitting on 4s, which they all hit. Wow. Now we are wounding on 2s, and any 6s will proc Outrageous Courage. So wounding on 2s, and they all wound, and we get 1 6, and that 6 means that basically the axe strikes with the boundless rage of the Blood God himself. The target is pulverized, and nearby and those nearby are thrown backwards. And if the wound roll is 6, each enemy unit within 8 inches of the Bloodthirster suffers a number of mortal wounds.
Well, there's no one else.
The number of mortal wounds suffered is shown in the damage table above. So it's just that unit itself suffers an extra 3 mortal wounds. So that is 5 that have wounded, and there's a -2 rend. So you've got 5 saves here of a 6+ for the Retributors.
Okay.
And that is 1 6. So that's 4 that have gone through, and them 4 that have gone through, it causes a d6 damage. So that is 4d6 damage. Wow, this is a lot of wounds. And that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wounds suffered. Okay. So,
wow, so
plus the outrageous carnage. That's actually the whole unit of Retributors wiped out. Wow, that's pretty good combat from the Bloodthirster there. So we're now into the Battle Shock phase, and the Liberators here took 2 casualties and their bravery of 6. So let's see if they flee. And they're fine, so it's a 5. And that's the end of turn 1 for the Khorne, and we're into turn 1 for the Hammers of Sigmar. So start off turn 1 for the Stormcast Eternals, and Vandus Hammerhand is going to use his command ability, Lord of the Host. So his bravery, basically immune everybody within 24 inches. And yeah, the Lord Relictor can't do anything because he's not within range, so that is the end of the hero phase. So start movement, and the prosecutors here, they're going to move up towards the walls of the Overlord Bastion. And now the Liberators are going to move forward 5 inches. So closing in on the walls, getting ready for a charge, I think, or to attempt to charge. But I think that's going to be quite a long charge. It's going to be, I don't know, maybe 8, 9. And now the Judicators are going to move forward. So they've got a 5-inch move. What's their range? Is it
24? Yeah.
24 inches, okay. So plenty of range. And now the other unit of Liberators is going to move 5 inches forward. And now the Lord Relictor is going to move forward. It moves 4 inches,
4
right?
inches, yeah.
Yeah. And now Vandus is going to move up to within 3 inches of the Bloodthirster. So 9 inches will take him there. Getting ready for a charge here in the combat phase. So we're into the shooting phase, and now the prosecutors here are going to shoot their celestial hammers at the Blood Reavers inside the Overlord Bastion. So they've got 6 attacks here, hitting on 4s. So let's see how many can hit. Wow, and they all miss. There's no rerolls, is there?
No.
So.
Oh wait, yes, I can reroll 1s.
Okay.
I can reroll 1s.
So you can reroll 1s, so that's 4 rerolls. Wow. Okay, so 4 plus to hit. That is 2 hits, and wounding on 4s. That is 2 wounds, and there's no save for Blood Reavers. So even though they're inside the building, because they don't have a save to start with, they can't modify a save. So 2 of them are dead. Okay, next to shoot is going to be the prosecutors here. Judicators are going to shoot at the Bloodthirster. So we've got some separate rolls to make here because we've got a shock bolt bow. So the shock bolt bow first to hit is a 3 plus, and you can reroll a 1 here. And a 2, so that misses. If that had a hit, then you would have rolled another dice to see how many wounds it does. So that's pretty bad rolling. Next we are going to do the champion, right? And now the Judicator Prime, he's going to shoot, and he's got a +1 to hit, so that's a 2 plus to hit. You can reroll 1. So, well, it's basically an auto hit, isn't it?
Yeah, 6.
Okay, so, and that is wounding on 3 plus.
Which you make on a 6.
Which he does, and there is, what type of bow is it?
It's a normal bow, so it's -1 rend, so you've got 5 plus save to make.
Okay, 5 plus save. Which I don't make, so that's 1 wound, and the Bloodthirster is down to 13 wounds. So I'll just put it on 12 for now. Okay, and next we have the 3 other Judicators, and they're hitting on 3s. Can reroll 1s. So they all hit, wounding on 3s.
They all wound.
Which they do, and there is still -1 rend.
-1 rend.
So that's 3 5 plus saves to make, which we make 1 off. So another 2 wounds will take him down to 11. And next, Dracoth is going to use his Storm Breath on the Bloodthirster just here. So that's a 4 plus for it to go off, which it does, and that's a D3 mortal wounds, which is 3 mortal wounds. So he's down to 8 wounds. So he's taking quite a lot of damage here in the shooting phase. So charge phase now, and Vandus is going to charge the Bloodthirster, so he needs 3 or more to make it here, which he does. So in goes Vandus. So now we're into the combat phase. So Vandus here, he gets an extra D3 attacks because he made the charge with his Tempestos hammer. So that's 3 extra attacks.
So that's going to be 6 attacks with the Tempestos hammer.
So 6 attacks, hitting here on 3 plus.
Yep.
Which is 3 hits.
3 hits.
Wounding on 2 plus. That's 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
And
-1 rend.
so that's 5+ save. Bloodthirster, which we make 1 off.
Okay,
so
that's
1 goes
D3.
through. D3 damage.
Yeah.
3 damage.
damage.
So that's him down to
5,
5 wounds. Yeah. So next, Dracoth. So Dracoth has 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. His claws and fangs. 2 of which hit, wounding on 3s, and any 6s here will do d6 damage. Ooh, 1 6 and 1 miss. So that's one attack's gone through with -1 rend, so 5+ save, which we make.
Oh,
so
I could have killed the.
he would have took a d6 damage, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
From that, so he was quite lucky to escape it. So that's it, and now time for the Bloodthirster to attack back. Okay, so we have suffered 9 wounds, so our damage capability is reduced, and we have 3 attacks with the Great Axe of Khorne and +1 for the Portal of Skulls. So we've got 4 attacks here, hitting on 4s. That is 2 hits. We are wounding on 2s. Yeah, if we get any 6s here to wound with the Great Axe of Khorne, then they do more damage. So to wound here 2+, and they both wound, and that's a -2 rend, which will put Vandus on a 5+ save.
Yep.
So that is 1 gone through, and that's a d6 damage. So wow, 6 damage. So how many was
D6?
Yeah, it's
D3.
d6 for the Great Axe of Khorne.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's massive.
So he's.
So that is Vandus down to 1 wound. He's only started on 7 and took 6 damage there. And there's no battle shock tests to make here because everybody's immune. The Reavers are immune because of the portal. And that'll take us into battle round 2. So end of battle round 1, and the hammers are closing in on the Dreadfort. I guess he's trying to make a coordinated attack here, and I'm just holding out there. So let's get into battle round 2, and let's see who starts. And this is quite an important one because the Bloodthirster Vandus duel here. So let's see, for the Khorne we have a 4, and for the hammers a 5. Ooh, so hammers Sigmar to take the first part, or first turn in battle round 2. So hero phase for the Hammer Sigmar, and Vandus is going to cast his command ability, Lord of the Host. Okay, so now the Lord Relictor, he's going to cast his Lightning Storm on the Exalted Deathbringer. So that's a 3+ for it to go off, which it does, and it's a d3 mortal wounds.
Come on, 5 or 6.
So that is 3 mortal wounds, so he is actually down to 2 wounds. Not good. So into movement now, and the Liberators are going to move up 5 inches. I think he's going to try and get a charge on the garrison this turn. And now the Lord Relictor is going to move up 4 inches. And the other unit of Liberators is moving up 5. And he's keeping the Celestant Prime in the Celestial Realm, so that's another 2 attacks at the end of this turn, so he'll be up to, what, 6 attacks on his Galmaraz? So that's movement over. Judicators are staying where they are, so they get a bonus to hit.
Yep.
So now we're into the shooting, and the Prosecutors here are going to throw their Tempestuous Hammers, or Celestial Hammers at the Reavers, so that's 6 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Yep.
That is 2 hits. Can reroll the 1. So that's still 2 hits. And wounding on 4s.
Yep.
So that's 1 dead. So down to 17 Reavers. And next, Dracoth is going to use a Storm Breath on the Bloodthirster. So 4+ here, which he makes. So that's a d3 mortal wounds.
Yep.
Wow, 3 wounds. So Bloodthirster is down to 2 wounds, and Vandus is on 1. So very even combat here. So next, the Judicators are going to shoot at the Exalted Deathbringer, who's sitting on 2 wounds at the moment. So first, the Shock Bolt Bow guy. So that's a normal 3+ to hit.
Which I make.
Which he makes, and it's got chained lightning, so now you roll a dice and make a number of wound rolls equal to the number scored. So that's 2. So that's 3
pluses.
3 pluses to wound, yep. Which 1 does with a -1 rend, so that is a 4+ save, I believe.
4+, yep.
Yep, so 5+ save, because he's got a normal 4+.
Yeah.
Which he fails, so that's 1 wound. And he's down to a single wound. So next we will do the...
Sorry, the prime.
Okay, so the prime, he's got an attack hitting on a 2+, which he makes, and 3+ to wound, which he also makes, a 5+ save, which I fail. Ooh. So that's the Exalted Deathbringer dead. So that's the general of the Chaos Army. That also means that I can't use the special rules for the Overlord Bastion, because I have to have a general garrisoned in there, or a priest, for that to be able to use that. So not bad shooting there. Okay, so we're into the charge phase now, and the prosecutors are going to charge the Overlord Bastion, so they need a 3+ here.
Oh, they roll 3 dice as well.
Yep.
So,
oh well, they make it for sure. So they're in. And next, the Liberators there, they need a 7 to
7+
to reach.
They don't make it. They roll 5.
Okay, and
so
then the Lord Relictor, he needs an 8 to make it, which he doesn't. And the final unit of 3 Liberators, they need 7 again.
Yeah, they don't make
so all 3 fail the charge there. And that's all units in the charge phase. So we are into combat phase now, and the Vandus Hammerhand is going to attack the Bloodthirster here. So first his Tempestos Hammer, which has got 3 attacks hitting on 3s. 1 hits, wounding on 2s, which it does. -1 rend, so that is a 5+ save for the Bloodthirster, which it doesn't make. So
D3 damage.
D3 damage. He's only got 2 wounds left. Ooh,
yes.
And that's 2 wounds. So
Bloodthirster's down.
So that is the Bloodthirster's bit the dust. He almost got Vandus there though. So now Chaos to choose a unit to attack, and I'm going to choose the Reavers attacking the Prosecutors here. So we have 52 attacks here, because we get bonus for being within 12 inches of the totem. So there are 52 attacks hitting on 4s, and can reroll 1s here. So we'll do 12 dice to start with. Reroll the 1s. And that is 4, 5, 6 hits. I can reroll the 1s. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits. 3 more. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 hits. Couldn't reroll the 1s. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 hits. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33 hits. Wow. 33 hits that are wounding on 4+. So we'll do the first 3 4+. That's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 wounds. So no rend there, so it's a save of
4+.
4+, so do 7 first. So that is 2 wounds, and then another 10.
That's 17 wounds.
Yep, so another 10.
Yep.
4, 5, 6 wounds, 7 wounds.
Yeah.
So they're only got 2 wounds each, so that's them actually wiped out by the Reavers.
Wow.
So yeah,
a lot of attacks.
Reavers are pretty nasty. So that is the end of turn 2 for the Stormcast Eternals, and into turn 2 for the Chaos. And we'll start the hero phase by putting down a Portal of Skulls for the Blood Secretor, and we'll also roll to see what happens with our Skull Keep. So that's just 1 dice. And that is a 2, which is... A 2 is Terrifying Scream, so each unit, friend or foe that is within 12 inches of this building must immediately take a battle shock test. Chaos units are not affected by these screams, so within 12 inches, well, you're actually immune to battle shock because of Lord. And another thing I can do this turn is I'm going to use my Battleplan command ability, which is Sally Forth. So if I use this, I can pick a unit that's in a building, and when they make a charge move this turn, I can add 1 to all hit and wound rolls. So I'm going to use that on the Blood Reavers so that I can take them out of the building and charge them into the Liberators. So I'll start my movement by moving my Reavers out of here, and I'm going to move them to within 3 inches of these Liberators. So they're just getting ready for a charge here, and they've got that bonus because of Sally Forth. So my Reavers have just ganged up in front of the garrison there, and they're getting ready for a charge. Okay, so I don't have anything to shoot with, so we're straight into the charge phase. And my Reavers, they're going to charge the Liberators there. So we need a 3 or more, which we make. So in go the Reavers, and I'll try and position them so that the Relictor and the other unit of Liberators can't pile in. I think this is quite important to minimize the amount of damage that I'm going to take here. So that's all the Reavers have left Overlord Bastion. So the Overlord Bastion is now deserted, but they've come out charging with their Sally Forth, so hopefully they can do some serious damage here. And that is the charge phase over. I'm going to keep the rest of my guys in the Skull Keep. Okay, and now we're into the combat phase, and my Reavers are going to attack the Liberators here. So we have 5 guys within an inch, and because they're within 12 inches of the totem, they can get 3 attacks each and 4 for the champion. And because I sallied Forth here, I get a +1 to hit. So they normally hit on 4, so we're hitting on 3s now. I can reroll 1s. So that is 5 that have hit, and then the other 10. Reroll that 1. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hits. And now we're wounding on 4s. So that is 2. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds with no rend. So,
okay, so it's going to be 4 plus save?
Yep, 4 plus save.
I can reroll 1s because of their shield.
Oh yeah, rerolling 1 for the shield. So that is 3 wounds. So
1's dead.
1's dead and 1's down to 1 wound. And now the Liberators are piling in. And now the Liberators are attacking back, so that's 9 attacks, hitting on 3s. Or sorry, hitting on 4s.
Yep. Okay, and that's going to be 6 hits and wounding on 3s.
Okay, 6 hits, wounded on 3s. And there's no save here. Wow, oof. So 5 of the Reavers are dead.
Nice.
So that is the end of the combat, and there's no battle shock tests to make because we're within range of the Portal of Skulls. So we are into battle round 3. So let's see who rolls, or let's see who starts first in battle round 3. So For the Chaos, we have a 5, and the Stormcast, a 4. So Chaos to go next. So start of turn 3 for the Chaos, and my Blood Secretor, he's going to put down his Portal of Skulls. And now we're going to roll to see if Skull Keep, or see what the effect is for Skull Keep and the Dread Gargoyles. So let's roll a d6, and we get a 5, which means the Ruby Rays of Death. So I can pick one enemy unit within 18 inches, and that unit suffers a d6 mortal wounds. So I think what I'll do is, maybe I can kill Vandus here actually, within 18 inches. Let's see if he's within 18 inches, which I suspect he might be. And he is within range. So it's a d6 mortal wounds, but actually this doesn't really matter too much because I think he is on 1 remaining wound, so he's pretty much instantly dead. But I rolled a 3 anyway, and that is Vandus removed. So that is the Stormcast Eternal General has been slain. Not bad. So I'm going to keep my Blood Warriors in the Skull Keep, and that's us into shooting, and there's nobody who can shoot, so we're straight into charge, which nobody's going to charge, and straight into combat. So the combat here with the Reavers against the Liberators, we have, first we can do our 3-inch pile-in, so we'll just shuffle around a little bit, see if we can get some more bodies, but we still want to stay more than 3 away from that Relictor, so he can't jump back in. So in we go. And that is 4, 5, 6, 7 guys that can attack, and they've still got the bonus for the for being within 12 inches of the totem. So 7 guys with 3 attacks each. And so that is 21 attacks plus an extra 1 for the champion. So that's 22 attacks. And they're hitting on 4s this time because they don't have the bonus. So hitting on 4s. That's and we can reroll 1s here as well. And the other 20. Can reroll these 1s. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hits. And now wounding on 4s. That is 3, and then another 10. 4, 5, 6. That's 6 wounds. So 6 wounds, and there's no rend there, so Liberators are saving on 4s. So let's see if Liberators take any wounds here. And they make 4 of their saves, so there's 2 more wounds, which means 1 Liberator is dead, and 1 is on 1 wound. So down to 3 Liberators there. So now his Liberators are going to attack back, and he has 3 here with Champion, so that is 7 attacks that are hitting on 4s. So that is 2 hits, and you're wounding on 3s. There's 2 wounds, and there's no save, so that's 2 Reavers are dead. So yeah, that Reaver gang's getting quite small now. And that's it for combat. Nobody else can pile in, so it's Battle Shock, and we're immune. So end of the turn, and it's into turn 3 for the Stormcast. So actually your Liberators do have to take a Battle Shock test because Vandus is now dead. So they took 1 casualty, and their bravery is well, that's 4 plus 5, so none of them flee. So hero phase for the Stormcast, and your Relictor is casting.
My Relictor is going to cast Lightning Storm on the Blood Secretor. Yeah.
Okay, so you need a what's that? 3+?
3+.
Okay, 3+ for it to hit, which it
it
doesn't. So no damage there. And into movement, and the Celestant Prime is going to come down now, and he's been sitting out for 2 turns with building up his stacks on Galmaraz.
Yeah,
so
6.
Has 6 attacks now. Okay, so next the Liberators are going to move up to within 3 inches of Skull Keep, and now the Relictor is going to move up 4 inches. So next the Judicators, they're going to shoot at the Blood Secretor. So first the what's his name? The Shockbolt Bow. So that hits on a 3+.
Yep.
Which it does, and it does a d6 wounds.
Yep. 4.
So that's 4 hits. Now you've got to roll 3 pluses.
Yep.
To wound, which only 1 does, and a -1 rend. So that is going to be a 4+ save for my Blood Secretor, which he makes. And
he gets an extra cover save, right, for being in the building?
Yeah, as well. Yeah. So it's actually a 2+ save.
Yeah.
Okay, and your
my Sergeant guy, 2+ to hit.
Actually, that was a 3+ save, but yeah. Okay,
2+ to hit.
2+ to hit for the
Sergeant.
Prime. Or Sergeant. Yeah.
Makes it. 3+ to wound. It wounds, -1 rend.
Okay, so that is a 3+ save because of the cover bonus, which he makes. Okay. Now you've got 3 normal Judicators with Skybolt Bows hitting on 3s.
Yep.
You can reroll 1, so they all hit. Wounding on 3s. And they all wound, and that's 4+ saves. Or sorry, 3+ saves. Ooh, and he takes 2 wounds, so he's down to, I think, 3 wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
So into the charge phase now, and the Relictor is going to charge the Skull Keep.
Yep.
So that is a 4.
Yep.
Which he makes, so in he goes. And now the Liberators, they need 3 to make charge. And they do also, so in they go. And now the Celestant Prime, he needs a 9 or more, which he fails on an 8. But you can reroll 1 dice per turn.
Yes, that's true.
So you can reroll that 3 if you wanted.
I'll reroll that.
So you need a 4+ here to make it.
Yes.
Oh, which he makes. So in goes the Celestant.
Nice.
Okay, so first you're going to attack with Celestant Prime.
Yeah, Galmaraz.
Okay, so it's got 4 extra attacks because
6 attacks now.
Okay, so 6 attacks hitting on
3s.
That's 3 hits. Yep. Wounding on
2s.
That's 2 wounds.
-3 rend, so it's 6+ saves.
Okay, 6+ save, which none of them make.
That's 6 damage in total.
Wow, 6 damage in total. So that is 3 of them. 3 Blood Warriors are dead straight away.
But they can attack back, can't they?
Yep, just before they die. Yep, because of their Gore Fists. So that's 3 of them attacking back at the Celestant Prime. So that is 3 attacks each because they're still within range of the banner. So that is 9 attacks, and they're hitting the Celestant Prime on 3s. So that is 8 hits. Wounding on 4s. Ooh. Wow, only one actual wound, and there's no rend on that.
No rend. Okay, well that's going to be a 3+ save for his last
3+ save.
And he makes it on a 3.
Okay, so they don't do anything there.
Nice.
So now I'm going to pile in here just to maximize attacks. And that is going to give me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys. And they still get the bonus for the Portal of Skulls. So it's 9 guys with 3 attacks each. So That's 27 attacks and an extra 1 for the champion, so that's 28 attacks. And they are hitting on 4s. So they're hitting on 4s and we can reroll 1s. So did I say 29 or 28? I think 20. So was it 3 attacks each for 9 of them? 27 plus 1, that's 28. So hitting on 4s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And another 20. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14 hits. Wounded on 4s here. So that is 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds and no rend. So saving on 4s.
4s, yep. And I can reroll 1s because of their shield.
Okay, rerolling 1s. Okay, you can reroll that 1. Wow. So only 1 wound.
Wow.
There's 1 of them on 1 wound, so that is 1 of them removed. So next he's going to attack my Bloodsecrator with his Liberators. So that is 7 attacks. Yep.
Hitting on 3s because of Layload the Tyrant.
Okay, Layload the Tyrant makes it 3s to hit.
Yeah, and so that is
5 hits.
5 hits.
Wounding on 3s. Wow, they all wound.
Wow.
No rend, and so I'm normally 3+, but because I'm in the building I get a 2+ save, so that is 5 2+ saves. And they're all saved, so no damage there. And now the Blood Warriors are going to attack at the Liberators. So we've got a champion and a normal warrior, so that is 5 attacks, plus because of the banner we get an extra attack, so we are up to 7 attacks, and we're hitting on 3s here. Wow, only 3 hit. Wounding on 4s. That's 1 wound, and no rend, so
it's a 4+ save.
4+ save.
Reroll 1s. I made it.
Okay, so no damage. And now the Lord Relictor is going to attack the Bloodsecrator. So he has 4 attacks here, hitting on 3s. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. That's 1 wound, -1 rend, so that is a 3+ save, which he makes, so no damage there. And now the 2 Liberators here are going to attack the Reavers, so that is 5 attacks.
Hitting on 4s.
Okay, hitting on 4s.
Wounding on the 3s.
Yep, wounding on 3s here. That is 3 wounds and 3 Reavers are dead, so wow. And now we're into the Battle Shock phase for the Liberators here. They've got to take a test because Vandus is dead, so they lost 1. And the 6 is 7, and they are Bravery 6, so
one of them is dead.
One of them flees.
Please.
And now the Bloodsecrator is going to attack the Liberators there. So he has normally 4 attacks plus 1 for his banner, so that's 5 attacks, hitting on 3s. And they all hit. Wounding on 3s. And 4 wound, and there's a -1 rend, so that is a 5+ save for the Liberators.
Reroll 1s.
Wow. So that is 1 wound, so
okay.
One of the Liberators is down to 1 wound. And that's the end of battle round 3. So Chaos have been pretty devastated this turn, and we're down to just a couple of Blood Reavers, 2 Blood Warriors, and the Bloodsecrators. So with the Celestin Prime on the table and 6 attacks on his Galmaraz and still all his Judicators and Relictor and so on, I think I'm going to actually call the game and just surrender here. Normally it would go on, I need to defend for either 6 turns or until I get completely wiped out. But realistically, with the Prime on the table and my general dead, I think it's pretty much over. So let's get into a quick post-match. So a quick post-match. That was loads of fun. Like, I really liked using the scenery. I thought it was just really cool having, like, you know, it's pretty epic. This stuff, you know, it's so big. It gives the kind of chaos army. I felt like it was more flavoursome, you know, kind of defending a stronghold. It was a good little scenario as well, reasonably quick.
That was the first scenario in the Dreadhold
the
Battletome,
first one out of this Battletome. So the next one I think is defense at the gate. So we'll be using the Malefic Gate. So we're gonna work our way through these scenarios. They seem pretty fun, and you know, they kind of as we're painting up the rest of the Dread Fort as well. It'll be cool to have more of this scenery on the table. So yeah, I mean, in terms of balance, I thought. At the start, I thought things looked really good. But you know, when my Bloodthirster, he wiped out your Retributors, and then when your Vandus charged them, I think I was a bit unlucky not to kill him, and but then things went a bit pear-shaped when I moved my Reavers out. I think maybe I should have just kept them in and just played the long game.
Yeah, you know, if you had killed my killed Vandus there, I would have brought my Celestin Prime in a turn earlier. So you would have ended up with 4 attacks instead of 6.
Yeah, you know, it said in the guidance for the battle plan, it says you know, you should try and make the attackers a little stronger than the defenders to make it a bit more balanced game. And it was quite cool with the Skull Keep and the Overlord Bastion.
Laser beams.
Well, the dread gargoyles like killing Vandus and some other things. Yeah, so I think I should have bunkered in here more, I think, and just let you come to my walls, because you get a +1 save, and I just wanted to really use that Sally Forth, you know, to get my Reavers out, because
maybe if you put the Bloodthirster, garrisoned them in the
inside the Overlord Bastion.
Yeah, I think you should have done that.
Yeah. But I thought my Reavers were going to wipe out your Liberators, because I thought with that many attacks and with Sally Forth,
so how many is it? 50 odd attacks?
+1 to hit, +1 to wound, I thought that I was going to wipe them out. But yeah, so things didn't go quite as planned, but it was really fun. It was really nice having Judicators on the table as well. I thought having a bit more shooting, that actually looks like shooting,
them,
you know what I mean? They actually, you know, proper archers.
Ball special rule where it blows up if you
does a D6
wounds.
And you know, you can hang back with them. 24 inches is quite far in Age of Sigmar. That's quite a good range.
Definitely.
So I think they were quite effective. So yeah, great game. We enjoyed it a lot. I hope you guys did too. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, or check us out on tabletopminis.com.
Yeah, and the way we filmed today was different.
Oh yeah,
we using still cam.
Yeah, so we tried out still cam again in this one. I think it might look a bit more professional and maybe a little better. So please give us some feedback on what you thought of the way we recorded this one. And yeah, if you'd like to help support us, we've got a Patreon campaign going. And yeah, until next time, see you guys later.
See ya.